Dave's Raised Bed Garden. I'm out here at the garden. I just wanted to get a little quick tip that I suggested to you. Based on my experience that I've had in the past several years and everything. Today, right now, here in 7B in Tobaccoville, North Carolina, we had a lot of rain yesterday, which was a very, very welcomed event. Hopefully that it's going to knock a lot of this pollen down and then help people with their allergies. But the other thing is that it's really going to help the gardens and the plants and the flowers and just everything outside. And it's a beautiful day. The temperature right now is going on 4 o'clock in the afternoon is actually 55 degrees here. We may touch another degree up to 56 or may not, but it'll slowly start dropping. Then after sunset, it's going to get very cool tonight. Now, remember, in my garden, I have cool weather plants. I have put some of my flowers inside and I have put plant lights underneath them because I know that the cold weather, they don't do well. And some of the flowers that we bring out for the spring and everything, you just have to watch that. So two little things is first of all, cool weather plants will be fine. The temperature here is supposed to get about 32 degrees, and it depends on where you're located. And in 7B in my area, is that in other regions too, is that it could be cooler. It's usually cooler here at my house. If it says 32 degrees, it's going to be generally about 30 degrees. But I have cool weather plants. You can also see my potato bed right over here. My potatoes, I'm sharing a video about healing. I did it, what's healing, not healing like heal somebody, but healing like making a heal. I know my accent kind of, I have to verbalize and say my adjectives and my adverbs and my pronouns. But where I come from, we keep a couple letters out every now and then, but we know what it means here when we say healing. But anyway, what I wanted to share with you is that protecting your plants. Some people have already planted a lot of their warm weather plants thinking it's going to be okay. Remember, you want to protect them. The warning that I want to give you about protecting them is that several years ago, when I say several, about 2018, 2019, we had a cold front come through. I was trying to figure out what to do to cover my plants because I had like 5 beds and I already had my warm weather plants. So I was just trying to get everything and get it covered. And what I did was my mistake, because I was thinking, well, a greenhouse effect is going to keep the warm with the sun, which that is true, but you've got to have a place where it's sealed and allow that temperature to stay up. What I did was that I went down, I bought me a whole bunch of plastic, and I put that plastic down over my plants. It was a good idea. I had the right idea, thinking about a greenhouse effect, keeping it warm. But as the temperatures went down, what it did is that the sun caused the condensation on the inside of the plastic, which caused it to get the moisture. You want to be able to keep the heat and the moisture in the plant. That's what you want to help it to get it from being frost. It was a breezy night and the wind got up underneath there and it was just like a balloon, as so we say, that where I had it trapped down with some bricks and some rocks and other things like that. Ultimately, what happened is that I ended up hurting my plants. I killed quite a few of them, because when the frost came in, it got down below 30 degrees. And with that, and when I came out, my leaves were wilted. A way to cover your plants is a light, like a blanket or even a sheet. You're putting it over top of it. Warm weather plants do not like cool weather. So suggestion is, if you have them in a pot or you have them easy to be able to move them inside, move them to a warmer temperature just overnight. Something that I want to give you from me in my garden is that just to make sure, and then you just have to play it by ear. What I would do is that one of my other mistakes that I did when it happened, I just took everything out. The problem was that it didn't kill the root. It just killed the little new growth that I had on there, and I could have cut it back. I could have left it and it probably would have grown. Now what it could have done is that what ultimately can happen is it could have stunted the growth of my plant, which wouldn't have given me the harvest and everything. Talk about the warm weather plants. You remember, you need that warm temperature in the soil as well as the temperature outside in the environment. So you need that warm temperature. So even right now, the sun at the temperature at 55 degrees, it's warming my beds. But what's going to happen when that sun goes down? That temperature is going to change and it's going to cool down. And what it can do with the warm weather plants is that it can ultimately stunt them, or it could even kill them. But I just wanted to share that with you to understand that dealing with your cool temperatures and everything, it's easy to make a mistake by wanting to go ahead and plant those warm weather plants. But a lot of times in the different zones and everything, it's just not time to do it. So what I like to do is like when I look at my app, and based on when the last frost week is or frost day is actually around the 21st, around Easter. And generally speaking, in my region in 7B in Tobaccoville, North Carolina, Easter is a time that it could go either way. On sunrise services, it could be either really cold on Easter morning, or it can be generally, cooler but not cold. And so we've seen it. I've even seen it frost in the 1st of May. So you have to keep an eye on it. So what I generally like to do is I like to start planting my warm weather plants after Easter, and I'll even prolong it to some of my plants until the 1st of May. That gives me a cushion. And then if I have something, I have what they call frost cloth. I can lay over top of the young plants, and I can hopefully get it and protect it and everything. So this is just a tip for me. Until next time, this is Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Keep planting, keep growing. God bless you, and take care.